Okay, let's say that you just placed an order for a template on Etsy. What would you do next? First, you're going to make sure you're on a desktop to download anything off of Etsy. So, two things. You don't need a desktop to edit inside of Corjl, but you're not going to edit it inside of Etsy. What you can do on Etsy is access your files for your instructions, but you don't need to do this step. I'm just going to show you what it would look like if you wanted to do that. So I'm on my desktop, not my phone. I'm going to come up here to my account and go to my purchases. I'm right here, and here I can see my purchases. I'm going to download the files, and from there, it's going to download to my downloads folder on my computer. Then I'm going to open up the instructions. If you want to skip that step, which is totally understandable, you can come over to your email. And in your email, you're going to get an email that's from Corjl. So this particular email says, Jerry, edit your item from Blue Bunny Printables. This is my order number. And I'm going to come over here and click on it. And that link is going to take me to Corjl. It says I can no longer access that design because it is expired, but you're going to open Corjl and all your orders are going to be there under your email address. Now, if you have a hard time accessing your purchase in Corjl, sometimes what happens now, if you have a hard time accessing your order in Corjl, sometimes what happens is there's a disconnect with servers, and we can fix that as sellers in the back end. Another thing you want to make sure you're doing is using the correct username from the email. If you didn't get an email, two things happened. Either your order was purchased using like Apple Pay and it used some like virtual hide my email account. And so it went to like this ambiguous, it went to the correct email address, but it used a virtual email address as a mask. And so then the template can't talk to your real email address that way. And there can be like a disconnect. And so the seller has to go in and fix that for you. Using your preferred email address. Or what can happen is if there's any kind of like server outage, power outage, Corjl uses Amazon servers. So if Amazon servers go down, then Etsy and Corjl won't talk to each other. And so what happens is you place the order on Etsy and Corjl doesn't get notified for it. But the fix for that is you have to reach out to your seller and you have to get your seller to manually do it on our back end. That we can easily do that. Now, if your seller might be new and they don't know this, what I would personally do is I would purchase another template and then have your seller cancel your order. Most digital orders purchased on Etsy say that you're not able to get a refund. But in Corjl, the seller can see that you have not opened your template. So any seller who is using integrity and can see that, look, this person can't open the template they ordered, you should be able to get your money back. So for instance, if you're on a time crunch and you ordered a template off of Etsy and you can't get to it and you can't open it, what I would personally do instead of just going and leaving a negative review, because it might be completely out of the seller's hands, it might be like a down server. What I personally would do is I would actually just go shopping for another template from a different provider. And then you can ask the seller for a refund. Now, from the same seller, if you want to still support that seller and you like their designs, they might use, like I have some templates in my store from both Canva and Corjl, and they're two different companies. So if Corjl is down, I can supply you with a template through Canva. So that's another option. If you like a certain designer's work, you can reach out to them and see what they say. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you're able to buy the correct templates and access them on Etsy.